Rabbi Yonatan Halevy, on page 86. Another way to become calm is by studying the mitzvot. The mitzvot whose purpose are to prevent anger, to get rid of anger, to promote calmness. There are certain mitzvot in the Torah that are meant to teach us those character traits. V'asher lesug ha'hitkashrut hasheni. The second method of learning calmness is to study the mitzvot whose purpose is to prevent anger and obliterate any trace of it. It's for this reason, for example, that Hashem gave us the mitzvah of the city of refuge. What is the story of city of refuge?
People accidentally murdered someone.
Define accidentally murdered someone.
It wasn't premeditated. It just happened without the person saying, "This is my plan." It just happened. You accidentally.
You would consider a person who murders someone intentionally but not premeditated?
Not intentionally.
So then premeditated is not what you're looking at this.
Okay, it's not premeditated and it's not intentional. It happened without him wanting.
For example, Barry?
I think in the Talmud it talks about like someone swung an axe and the head fell off and hit someone.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So he absolutely, really, not just this was not his. But there is someone called the Goel Hadam. The Goel Hadam is the redeemer of the blood, the avenger of the blood.
Oh yeah.
It's the person's brother. It's the person's wife. It's the person's father. He wants to settle the score. In order to free themselves from that person. The Torah speaks very much about the city of refuge. It stresses its importance. It again returns to it again. The one of the last classes I gave in the parasha, we have it on video, is the class on prison in Judaism. And we lightly touched on this topic here from the writings of Rabbi Yonatan Halevy. V'amra Torah b'mforash. The reason the Torah explicitly gives for this mitzvah of the city of refuge, בסיבת הדבר הזה שתכליתו להשקיט את התפרצות הכעס. You would think it's there in order to save the person who by accident killed someone. In fact, Rabbi Yonatan says there's another element to the story, and that is what the Torah itself says, which is to save the person who wants to kill someone from committing that crime, to quiet their anger. If this person is inaccessible, you'll see this. You ever watch a murder trial? It's almost a justice that is done to a family. Not always does it come out the way it should, and especially not in a modern court system. There are loopholes in which murderers walk and rapists walk and molesters walk. And it's not a system of justice; it's a system of law. And in the system of law, you can get away with all kinds. People can get away with all kinds of crimes. But if the court were to decide that this person should receive the death penalty, if the father of that boy, of that girl, of that husband, whatever, the wife, if they would have murdered the criminal, they would also go to prison for murder. See, them being behind bars throughout trials, you can argue, we discussed then that prison is not the right form of punishment, at least not according to Rabbi Yonatan Halevy. But having a place to keep a criminal saves the person who would want to harm that criminal from the crime that they would commit, from the anger they would commit. Like it says in the book of Dvarim, Pen Yirdof Goel Hadam. The reason we have the city of refuge is in case the avenger of the blood shall chase him, after the murder, Ki Yecham Levavo, because his heart will become on fire, will become full of passion. The Rambam, look at footnote 22. The city of refuge keeps the killer out of sight, so the relative will have an opportunity to calm down. I mentioned to you already on Shabbat that to study the Rambam's Moed Nevuchim is crucial to understanding the mitzvot of the Torah. And if you don't want to get into the nitty-gritty philosophy of the Moed Nevuchim, there's a book put out by Mosad Rav Kook which takes just the psukim from the Torah that the Rambam speaks about. I believe I even have an English version here. That's Zev Rosenberg's. Zev took it already. But it's translated into English already. It wasn't about a year or two ago. In which it just takes the verses from the Torah and the Rambam's commentary on them from his Moed Nevuchim. So it's excerpts from the Nevuchim. It will change your understanding of the Chumash. I don't remember if you put in Rambam Moed Nevuchim on the Torah by Mosad Rav Kook, you'll find it in English. You can order it in this country. The Rambam switches around. See, we would think that this whole mitzvah is about saving the murderer. But here he's telling you, no, there's also an element in here of saving the one who would commit another crime because of this. Hashem feels so much to save a person from anger that he created a special system, a city of refuge, to save people from that midah of anger. U'mitzvah tochacha, the mitzvah of giving rebuke. Ne'emar ba, it says about it in the book of Vayikra, hocheach tochiach et amitecha. You should surely reprove your fellow man. V'lo tisal av chet, and do not bear a sin because of him. Klomar, says the Rambam, Rabbi Yonatan Halevy, Klomar tegaresh mash belibcha alav v'lidei tochacha. Get rid of the anger in your heart that you have towards him by actually speaking to him. This is like we've explained in the third part of our book, which deals with interpersonal relationships. Unfortunately, we don't have that part of the book anymore in our current form of the book. Shezeu peshatei dikra im shekavanat hapasuk kolelet gam ma shebe'eru b'msorah. Even though there are other understandings that our rabbis mentioned, like in Masechet Arachin, which is that you don't, when it says reprove your fellow, do not bear a sin because of him, meaning reprove him in a way that won't cause him to be hurt. That's true. I'm not taking away from that, but rather it says a little bit about what am I telling you? I'm telling you that if a person wants to save themselves from a chet of anger, go talk to them. The problem with somebody, go talk to them about it. Very often, someone's like, oh, you know, this person, I fight with them. Go speak to them about it. The best thing you can do. So what's going to happen? The worst case that can happen, they won't talk to you anymore. You solved that problem also. There's no longer any anger. You just got rid of the person. There's a lot of people in our life who wish just would stop talking to us already, right? But a person has to not be afraid to tackle an issue directly. And a lot of anger, a lot of stress, a lot of worry could be saved from people's hearts if we cared about this mitzvah. But we'll start learning Shulchan Aruch right now.